Go.
As a parent who is short-sighted, is there anything to control my son's short-sightedness?
Yeah, so we're kind of lucky to live in the time we're at because I qualified all the way back in '96. And when a parent asks that question, you say, look, this is nature. There's not much we can do about it. Whereas right now, there is a whole load of stuff we can do. I'm going to answer a question with answer a question with a question. Is there a particular concern that you've got about the short-sightedness? Is there something that particularly concerns you about it?
Well, I got my short-sightedness when I was probably 13, and I remember struggling to read on black on school. I just could not read, and I put a friend's glasses on, and I was like, "Oh, that's what it's supposed to say." And
Yeah.
my whole family on my mother's side are really bad with eyes, so this is something that I'm worried that my son will obviously have as well. Is there just anything I can do to sort of prevent this happening, or checkups, or what I should look for?
So do you know what sort of prescription you are? Just give me an idea so I can.
Yeah, I'm at minus 2.75. My mother, for example, is at minus 6. My brother's minus 4. My son's only 3 years old at the moment, but obviously this is the sort of time I want to start thinking about, right, he's young, let's make sure I can prevent things or help him and assist him. So it'd be nice. What sort of things could you advise?
Right, so I'm gonna call it myopia now, not short-sightedness, because that's the term that we want to get out to the public, because that's kind of what it was. If we were living either in Greece or a Latin-speaking country, it's a normal word, but myopia is the word for short-sightedness. And I'll give you a long answer because you're quite a myopic family. What you got is three reasons to do it. One is that you want your child to not have thick glasses, okay, from an aesthetic point of view. Second is from a lifestyle point of view. You want it to have a full life, sports activities, even rain on your leg glasses, things like that. You want that to be optimized. But the third one, and this is one as a parent you'll appreciate, there's a lifetime benefit because myopia is no longer just needing glasses. It actually needs to be reclassified as a clinical term because it leads on to a lot of serious stuff later in life. Now, if you look at 25% of these millennials, I know they're not called millennials now, they're called Gen whatever letter they're
Gen
on
X,
nowadays, but
yeah.
the 25% of millennials are going to live to be 100. So clearly, age being a risk factor, there's going to be more eye disease in the future. Compound that with myopia, every one diopter increase in myopia doubles that risk later in life. So you being minus 2 point something, I think you said, Georgie, versus your mum being 6 point something, you can see there's a lifestyle factor where without your glasses on, you can find the bathroom, whereas your mum needs her glasses to find the bathroom. There's a big difference in quality of life there. Whereas the lifetime benefit is that your child, every diopter you stop happening, is going to have their eyes later in life at a later age. I mean, they're going to need to live to their work to their 80, 90, by the way things are. So they're going to need their eyes longer than we are as well. So the three things to do reason is the lifestyle part, the aesthetic part, but also the lifetime benefit. That's a long answer. Now, the things we can do, there's three options. There are night lenses, been around for decades, but the evidence is massive right now. It reduces the rate of progression by between 50 to 90%. My own anecdotal evidence, I've been doing it for 10 years now, is that it's probably closer to the 90% mark. Both my kids are in ortho K, and I've seen it. I've got an 18-year-old who's -2 when he was 9. He's got it by a diopter in that whole time. And a lot of that further growth would have been chances are it's basically digital addiction that probably caused that one doctor as well. My younger one who's 16, he's gone up by 050 and he's used them since he's in year 6. So sports, swimming, all those benefits are there. The only real drawback to the night lenses is the lifestyle part. So you know how you got to nag your kids at bedtime to brush their teeth and whatnot. It's just that one little bit to do. Okay. Once you get over that, the benefit's massive for it. They tend to be really self-compliant with it. The second one is
No
daytime
glasses
contact.
in the daytime as well. Sorry to cut in because you might not know, Georgie.
Oh
If
yeah.
the children wear this in the evening, when they wake up in the morning, they don't need to put their glasses on. I don't know if that was obvious, or to anyone watching.
Sorry, I didn't make that. Yeah, so I assume that we've done some research on it. So that's the biggest benefit. Even as a clinician, when you see that little boy or little girl go home on a Friday night, they come in on a Saturday morning, and they're not wearing glasses. You know, you never get tired of that buzz. Forget the money aspect or the financial business aspect. That's the most fun part of orthopedic. And when they go to school, they'll talk to everybody about it. It is really, digital media side, it will go viral just from the class, just from that point of view. So we get loads of referrals for it. Because if you think of everything that we do in here that has the biggest impact on quality of life, without a doubt, it's night lenses. It makes a big difference all around. So the second one was the daytime contact lenses. So I think you're a contact lens wearer as well yourself.
Yeah,
right?
contact lens, or if I've got tired eyes, my glasses.
Yeah. So you can see that contact lenses make a big difference to quality of life on their own, don't they? And if you didn't have to wear them in the daytime, where they don't go dry and so on, there's a big benefit for the night lenses there. But there are daytime contact lenses that reduce the rate of progression of myopia as well, and they're well researched, global studies. A lot of these studies are done in the Far East, so one of them in particular is about 59% rate reduction over a 3-year period.
So if I may jump in here, and you correct me if I'm wrong, after there's a sweet spot when you're young that it's more effective. The longer you leave it, the less likely it is to be effective. And can I stick my neck out? 15, 16, 17 is about as long as you want to leave that to be effective. Would you say that was fair? You're the clinician here, so
yeah. I mean, it's never too late. I mean, we got adults on it that are more risk averse for laser. So, I mean, George, your prescription stabilized by now, I'd imagine. And if you just thought, okay, I fancy the benefits of laser, but I don't want the clinical risks involved, and I can't change my mind, that's where LTK fits in. It's fully reversible. So
yeah,
we see a lot of
it
adult
scares
patients
me, if I'm honest. Laser scares me. It's one thing I've thought about, but the whole thought of it just now.
Yeah, it makes sense. So the market, everyone's different. So a lot of patients say, do I have laser or not? I think that really depends on your personality type. So if you're, gung ho, it's not going to be me, bang, it will change your life. Literally, it is that good. You probably know dozens of people. But if you are in that category where you're thinking, okay, soft lenses, they're drying, they're not quite right for me, I don't want the hassle of the daytime, but I don't want to jump to laser, this works. And you can always change your mind. You stop wearing night lenses, you go back to doing whatever you want to do afterwards. So I'm going to revisit the original question again. I've gone off a little bit of a tangent. The two options for controlling your son's myopia, there's the night lenses, day lenses, but the third option is a spectacle lens. The two brands that came out a couple of years ago now, called Miasmart. And for me, it's really good because I can offer options where sometimes you've got a 4-year-old short-sighted kid with real high motivation for night lenses, and you're pushing the kid against something that they really don't want to do. So it opens up that option. So myopia control is a journey. So with my sight, the Miasmart, sorry, it works up to about 10 diopters, and the child does nothing different, just wears a pair of glasses and reduces the rate of progression by, on average, 60%. And that technology is developing. There's a second company on the market doing that as well. And as time goes on, there will be better research behind it, and hopefully the costs come down with that as well. But with overall, if you're saying out of the three of them, if I had all three options for my kids 9 years ago, I'd still go for orthocare, because I've got a track record of the efficacy against myopia control, but it makes a big difference. Lifestyle. My younger one plays football, rugby, used to swim for club, and it's a drag. And the older one, 18 years old, said, I wish I wasn't short-sighted. I said, look, if this wasn't around, and there was a parallel universe, the other Dylan would be like, minus 5, 6+ diopters. So
I think you've been so precise, so concise. We're open Monday to Saturday, 9:30 to 5:30. The number here is 0208 998 2121. Get in touch if you're a parent and you're concerned about your children's sight. You couldn't get a better clinician to look after you. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel. Please make comments, and we will certainly get back to you.